Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is me, Jasneet Kaur. Hope you all are doing great. Before getting ahead with the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you have not done till now. In today's video, we will continue with chapter 7th of class 12th, which belongs to unit 3rd. This video will be part 2. For all the parts, do check out the description box below. Let's continue where we left in part 1. Basis of developmental changes in the early childhood divided into two periods, birth to 3 years and the next is 3 to 8 years. The period of birth to 3 years is very crucial because at this moment child is entirely dependent on the primary caregiver for every need. There are certain learning characteristics of infants, or we can say the developmental changes during this stage. During this phase, child learns the concept of sense of self, in which he is able to differentiate between himself and the others. Apart from this, recognition of the family members directly related with the attachment with family members or familiar people. In this stage, strong attachment with family members or with primary caregiver gets stronger. With the development of object permanence, separation anxiety reduces, or in other terms, we can say the security about primary caregiver absence increases. At last, at this point of phase, growth is very high and they can learn to do a lot of tasks. During 3 to 8 years, the developmental tasks increases as child is able to perform multiple tasks related to his motor development, self-help skills like dressing up, clearing play counters, combing hair, etc. develops. Apart from this, skills like cognitive and speech also becomes very clear by the completion of 8 years. There are two types of ECCE services which are provided. The first one is educational focus and second one is meeting the basic needs of the children. In earlier times, these services used to carried out in the families itself when the concept of joint family was more common. But with passage of time, where both the parents started going out and started working, in such scenario, the concept of providing ECCE became more important. It is more common in the setup of nuclear families where both the parents are working and going outside. To take care of their children, they need external support. In such case, to provide care and attention, substitute care may be provided. This can be provided as informal family or institutional center and in the form of daycare. Informal or institutional center is the one where women in neighborhood sets up a creche in her home for business purposes. Talking about creche, what it is, it is an institutional setting specially designed for the care of infants and young children in the absence of primary caregiver. On the other hand, daycare provides care to the children who are infant and preschoolers in the absence of their parents or primary caregiver. Daycare and creches are usually all day programs. Teachers and helpers in these programs needs to be specially trained to meet the care needs of every young children, their safety, feeding, toilet training, language development, social and emotional needs and learning. Teachers specifically who are dealing children above 3 years of age required different skill sets. They must have relevant understanding and qualification for dealing children of preschool age. They must be well trained as a preschool or nursery school teachers. Some of the preschools are Montessori schools, which are based on the principle of early childhood education given by well known educationist Maria Montessori. Even for this program, teachers have to be professionally and mentally well trained. Apart from this, the other group of women associated with preschool education initiated by Government of India like Anganwadi, Balwadi under integrated child development services. They also need to be well versed and eligible enough to work with these centers. Again, students, here I would like to mention that the child's early childhood development and education can be provided much effectively by the primary caregiver than by these support systems. Lot of influential thinkers believed that the ECCE work effectively and gives maximum benefits if it begins at birth. So providing happy and positive environment in the initial years of the child is very important. Moving on to next, before discussing the principles of ECCE, let's talk about the objectives of it. The objective of it is holistic development of the child so that the child can realize his potential, preparation for school, and providing support services for women and children. Now let's talk about the guiding principles. As per the first principle, ECCE should be provided through play and art, recognition of special feature of children's thinking, promotion of experimental learning, focusing more on daily routine experiences, which includes familiarities and challenges of daily life, mix of formal and informal interactions, learning through books and cultural sources. It must be provided through the use of local materials, arts, and knowledge by following those tasks which are helpful in the process of development and are helpful in increasing flexibility and multitasking. And at last, by focusing on health, well being, and healthy habits. Alright, so this is it for today's student. I hope the topic which we have covered so far is clear to each one of you. If you come across any doubt, feel free to ask. In the next video of this chapter, we will talk about the career opportunities and the qualifications required to work in this sector. To know all parts of this chapter, you can click on the top right corner of your screens to check the playlist of this chapter. I hope to get back to you soon. Till then, don't forget to hit the like button and share your feedback in the comment section below. Thank you so much for your patience. I'll see you soon. Bye bye and take care.